Hello, Pisces. How are you today? Let's jump straight in. We've just missed 11:11. It was 11:12 when I started your reading, so a bit disappointed that we missed 11:11 there. Yeah, let's get you a song for the reading. The song that's playing as I was setting up was Copycat by Billie Eilish, so I don't know if there's any relevance to you there with anything, but I don't know. The Ten of Cups and the Page of Cups fell out. Ten of Cups is like being very, very happy about something. The Page of Cups can mean an apology. And Billie Eilish in this song says at one point, like, I'm sorry. She's sort of like apologizing, like, oh, I'm so sorry that you're not invited, but she's kind of delighting in it. And the Ten of Cups with the Page of Cups, it was like delighting in an apology, like, oh, I'm sorry to give you this bad news with a big smile on your face. So I don't know if you've been like that with something. But Pisces for Saturday, please. Whenever this reading finds you, it's your reading at that time. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah, it's going to go live on Friday. So Pisces for Friday, please. Pisces for Friday. Oh, adverts. Okay, there we go. I paused while the adverts were on. So, I Will Always Be Your Soldier by Marit Bergman. I really like this song. Now, I'm an only child, but I think, if I'm right, she's singing to her sister. And it's kind of that sibling relationship of kind of, I'm going to be really mean to you. I'm going to pull your hair. I'm going to pinch you. I'm going to like steal your toys. But I'm there for you when you really need it, right? It's like, just ask me and I'm there, boom. So I don't know if you're dealing with, I don't know if maybe you're someone's sister and you're feeling this way, or your sister's coming in to save the day. It's something like that. There could be someone's sister involved, basically. Take it as it resonates to you, though. I will always be your soldier. I'll be marching by your side. I'll be there for you. Like through thick and thin is like how it's kind of coming through. So maybe you're going through something. I feel like possibly someone has lost love or enthusiasm for some kind of situation. I think you had something like this in your last reading, but as I was lighting the joss stick, and I'm lighting everybody patchouli joss sticks this week because this set of readings is all about like love for the self, finding self-worth from within, loving ourselves first. And the joss stick went out. I lit it, and when I looked at it then as I was waiting for those adverts to finish, the joss stick had kind of like, it hadn't properly lit. So it could just be that maybe it's your own self-worth, right? Maybe you just need to, excuse me, my daughter's texted me, I need to text her back. So I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that there. Yeah, just texting my daughter pictures of potatoes, emojis of potatoes. It's fine. Definitely worth stopping the reading for that. So yeah, but again, maybe it doesn't have to necessarily be a sister. Like maybe it doesn't even have to be female, a family member, right? Supporting somebody, for support within a family, some way, shape, or form is coming through. So let's get you a card then. Pisces, 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 Pisces for Friday. Yeah, supporting through a time of perhaps losing enthusiasm or passion or love for something or someone. It could be, yeah, when things don't work out or when things don't go as expected, good to have those family members to come in and offer that moral support when you really, really need it. So again, it could be you experiencing this or you doing this for somebody else. It could be like a sister as well. It could be like, somebody who you think of as a member of your family, even if they're not like blood related. Right, let's go. So Pisces, please. The reading's going live on Saturday. So come on, guides. It's in your hands. Release and control here. What do we have, please? Almost. Aquarius had this as well. The cards just stopped talking towards the end of the reading. Do you want to swap decks? Should we swap them around? Have this as the advice? Okay. Try that. Pisces, please. Pisces for Saturday. Pisces for Saturday? Why are the cards not talking? What's going on? There we go. Healer of the Ages. Wow, okay. 51. That's quite a powerful card. Healer of the Ages. The heart chakra is absolutely singing there. Gorgeous. And the crown chakra and the third eye are all lit up as well. Heart chakra here all the way. Archangel Raphael, fourth chakra, and the Healer of the Ages. Right, let's have a look at these. let's have a read. Normally I've been leaving it to the end, but I feel like they really wanted to get this out at the start of the reading for some reason. So I'm going to go to 38 first and Archangel Raphael. Okay. Oh, and the Angel of Strength there as well. Gorgeous. It's funny because this, like I say, this set of readings is all about inner strength, love for the self, and Archangel Michael as well can be to do with like confidence, speaking your truth here with Archangel Gabriel who's out. It's weird that I didn't put them back in. I should have done. I did for Aquarius, and then because I wasn't planning on using the deck then, I didn't put them back in. But they're here, right? They're supporting the reading. Love, compassion, and self-acceptance. Raphael extends a beautiful green energy surrounded by gentle waves of pink to your heart center. This card upright indicates that you now have a greater readiness to receive love from others. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. The card upright indicates that you now have a greater readiness to receive love from others as well as from yourself. It could also indicate that a much needed healing from a previous broken heart is taking place. The tender vibrations of Raphael remind you to encourage yourself with the compassionate self-talk that you desire to hear from others. Right, do you know what, Pisces? You are a sign that is always there for other people. Like, you're always Marit Bergman saying, I will always be your soldier, I'll be marching by your side, I'll be there for you. Like, you will drop anything to help somebody that you love. Like, you will, like, go to the ends of the earth for somebody that you love. Like, very, very giving nature. Normally with Pisces, again, we've got complicated birth charts. You can go and check yours out if you don't know already using that link in the description box down below. Yeah, but Piscean energy by itself is normally very compassionate, very loving, very, very giving. And I think this is saying, treat yourself how you treat other people. Talk to yourself the way that you talk to other people, because Pisces is a very giving sign. They can sometimes devalue themselves and put other people on a pedestal, a lot of the time undeservingly as well. So don't put yourself down. Make sure you speak to yourself, like look in the mirror, speak to yourself the way that you talk to a friend or somebody that you love and care about, and give yourself the advice that you'd give to other people. Because Pisces, your love is so valuable and precious and true, and like what am I trying to think of? I'm trying to think of the right word. Like earnest, like genuine and earnest. That you deserve that too, right? You deserve that too. And if that means you need to give it to yourself, then do it, because you're not gonna get a better love than that. Let's finish this. So know that as you do, the light from your heart center will shine with an irresistible beauty, and the universe will send people and situations that cause your sense of love and support to grow and grow. So Pisces does, with this very giving nature, like Libra can be the same really. Sometimes you can overgive, and then people either come to expect it or take it for granted, or people who are perhaps a bit selfish can take advantage of that. It's like, oh, I can exploit this. So just be wary, basically be wary. And then when you do have that sense of inner worth and inner value, when you care about yourself as much as you care about other people, it's going to be much harder for the people who do have a tendency to take advantage of you to be able to take advantage of you, because they're going to see that self-love. It's like when people have insecurities or emotional vulnerabilities, and you are a sign that wears your heart on your sleeve. So when people see that, it's like a sign to say, come on, come and use me, take advantage of me. I don't mind. Don't do that, Pisces. Have that self-worth. Give yourself the advice you give to a friend who is being treated like that, I think is how that's coming across. So healer of the ages then. And you do have the ability, with this very compassionate nature, you do have the ability to heal those emotional wounds in others. So once you find it in yourself, radiate it out to other people, is how this is coming through. Health and vitality. This powerful being, I can't speak now. Archangel Gabriel, help me. This powerful being brings the force of ancient wisdom and profound healing. The light of divine consciousness pours from his heart and hands, flowing to you with love and a powerful healing intention. This amazing entity is with you now, bringing resolution to physical, mental, and emotional ills. Sirens again. Come on, please. Focus. helping to unblock stuck energy and revitalize your life force. You may have felt this strong presence recently, or you may just be opening up to the wonderful sensations now. You can call upon this emissary of miraculous transformation whenever you need vitality, balance, or renewal. Know that at the deepest level, an important healing is taking place. Right, okay. I know that I had these two cards out anyway, but you also have here in like the card that came out for you, Healer of the Ages, and in your underlying you've got Archangel Raphael and the Angel of Strength and the Magician in the Mirror, like all tied up. So if you are in a sticky situation, if you are tied up, I feel like you have now, whether this is, I don't know, whether that you think of this as angels, whether you think of this as spirit guides, God, Jesus perhaps, as ancestors who have passed over, or if this is a group of friends in the tangible reality who you know that you can depend on, who know, you know, siblings, family, who people who've got your back. Whatever form this takes for you, okay, and I'm not saying it's one thing or the other, it's up to you. You've got to use your own interpretation as well sometimes in these readings. Whatever this represents to you, you have an army of people who are like your soldiers at your side, right? You have a very strong, supportive army here in this reading for you now. Like, I need to show you, not all these cards are angels, right? So there are quite a few, but like, they're not all, you know? Like, deceit could have come out, you know, thank goodness it didn't. Do you see what I mean? It's not contracts, envy, storm, strategy, action, the sun. But look what you have. And even without those, if I took those out of the reading, because they're the ones I pulled, you've got that. Like, that is like mega. Heart, strength, magician. Just so you can see, like, all tied up showing itself as well. Yeah, I think you feel very, very stuck. You feel stuck in something. So I think that there are a lot of forces that you could call on to help yourself in this situation, whatever this is for you. And it could be all those things. So all those things that I mentioned before, right? Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, God, people in the tangible 3D reality around you. You've probably got a lot of people who are willing to help you, and you may not even realize it. Like, this is the thing, Pisces, because you give so much to others, perhaps you don't ask for support and help as much as other people do, right? Some people are the sort of people who always need a lot of support. They're always asking for it. Some people are the sort of people who never ask, but they're always giving. And I feel like you've been building up this kind of karma, friendship karma, support karma, where, you know, you're about to get a huge payback here from the universe. And I think all you may have to do is ask. And I think people will support you, whether it's like, oh my God, I've had this big bill that I wasn't expecting, I need help. Crowdsource it, right? Who can crowdsource? Whether it's like, something messed up and I'm selling my house and I need to move into a new house, but I'm going to be without a house for like 3 weeks. Who has a garage where you can store your stuff? Who's got an extra bed? Like, there are people who will help you with whatever it is that you need help with. Just ask, right? Just ask. Especially to the people that you've given to before, right? And if they don't help you, then don't help them again in the future, you know? So let's see, Pisces then. What's going on for Pisces? What's happening here for my little Pisces? What are they going through? Whoa, you've got a chunk. Do I want to take all these? 8 of Earth, something to do with work, or mastering a skill, something you've been putting a lot of time and effort into, really trying to kind of like perfect something. Transformation, so something ending so something new can begin. Something being reworked into something else. It could be a piece of music, right? Reworking a piece of music, something like that. 6 of Air, moving on, moving to calmer waters, leaving something behind, and moving to a better place. 5 of Water, a sense of disappointment there. You may feel a sense of loss, a sense of grief over the thing that's been left behind, the thing that has been lost. But don't worry, because you're being guided to something better. The Six of Fire, just to kind of show you these two cards. This came out for somebody, I can't for the life of me remember who it was, but actually, do you know what was that trying to show itself? Five of Wands. Yeah, you could definitely feel a distance between you and somebody else, a relationship possibly that didn't work out. Just the similarity of these cards, you definitely, whether this is your brain, right, whether you're mentally going, do you know what, I'm done with this situation, I'm dropping this, I'm unburdening myself, I'm making myself lighter by mentally or emotionally moving on to something new, right? Or whether you're physically moving, right? Maybe you're taking a flight somewhere, right? Just the similarity of these two cards coming out together. 2 sixes as well. So this is quite karmic. It's to do with perhaps a cycle that you've been stuck in, shadow side work that you've been doing. But when you do the work, when you do the shadow work, and you deal with the childhood issues or the things that, you know, the karmic cycles that you're stuck in that aren't working for you, when you finally address those things and look at them properly, and work through them, you unburden yourself and you become physically and mentally lighter, right? You are lifted. So 6 of Air, mentally moving on first, having that space to emotionally deal with whatever has been left behind or lost, and allowing yourself to process that. And then you get success, right? Then you get success and recognition and supported and cheered on, right? Because you've done the work, because you dealt with those emotions. Pisces, right? Bellyache, though, still this sense of fear of the future, still this sense of nostalgia for the past, still this sense of memories haunting you, feeling possibly quite sick with when you think back at things. Queen of Air, she says Libra. I've been expecting us quite in Libra's reading, and she didn't. Taking control of your own life, taking action, cutting things out that need to be cut out, being very, very knowledgeable while doing it, being very logical. There's something definitely going on with your headspace. I mean, you've got all the energies here, but there's something definitely to do with like mentally processing, mentally thinking something through, mentally moving on, and also emotionally moving on. I've been getting this kind of like air and water energy quite a lot through these readings, which started this week with Libra, with this kind of this was what I was seeing for Libra, the Queen of Air, and I was seeing this white owl and this kind of like watery energy. This was the card that was kind of showing itself to me right at the start of the week, but she didn't come out. She came out as the Queen of Cups and the Messenger of Air, and then that came back out again in Aquarius's reading. So it's like this very watery Queen of Air energy, like this very watery, like very, it's almost High Priestess. It's like wise, compassionate, knowledgeable, fair, balanced energy that's coming through. So you're getting that clarity, you're getting that emotional control, that higher perspective, feeling very mature because you've experienced something, because you let something go and you've learned the lessons from it. And this is the learning the lessons. This is the important thing about the Five of Water. If we just went, right, I'm out of here, right, success, I got out, you've not actually done the emotional work. So the Five of Water, even though it's a painful card because it's like the crying over spilt milk card, the lament card, it's a process, right? It's something that it's necessary, because you have to be able to let go. But you kind of, even though you do let go and you do that emotional work, I think sometimes, and it's normal for this to happen, normal for you to have those moments where you look back again and you feel like the sickness and you feel the regret and you feel the pain of the things that have passed. But you're growing from this, right? You're carrying this with you. And this is the thing, you can't become the kings and queens and emperors and empresses if you don't have these experiences. And if you just drop it and forget it, you know, then you don't have that compassion. So when you carry it with you and you carry it forwards in a healthy way, where you have those moments of regret or those moments of nostalgia, but you don't let it stop you, because the Queen of Air takes action. You don't let it stop you, right, from doing what you need to do. You carry it with you and utilize it. Again, Libra had something similar. It's like you utilize it in a way that empowers you and empowers others, and makes you more compassionate for other people who may be going through something similar. You instead of seeing it as a loss, instead of seeing it as something that went wrong in your life, as a negative, you're putting it in your toolbox and utilizing it and turning it into something that empowers you and makes you stronger, because you've learned the lesson from it, and you know you've learned a lesson from it now. So you're getting this kind of like, you're moving from this watery energy of like feeling it to the intellectual energy of processing it. So really strong. So then comes the patience. This is the Temperance card. Being very balanced, mixing your emotions with your feelings and your emotions with your passions, and creating something new from them. So again, there's this sense of something taking time. This is not a transformation that's like an overnight thing. It's an ongoing process of something. So maybe that's why the Eight of Earth is here, this kind of learning a skill. You're learning how to transform. You're learning how to take pain and turn it into something beautiful and nourishing for others. You're taking the losses and turning them into future wins. It takes time. It's going to be a bit of a seesaw process, but every time you seesaw, you get stronger, you get the success, you turn into the Queen of Air, you become balanced, you become stable, you become more compassionate to others, more temperate to others. King of Air, oh my God, we've got counterparts. And then the Nine of Earth. So this is what I'm saying, every single time you level up, every single time you get stronger. So this could be you going from the Queen of Air, who is more open about the process, she's more expressive about the things that she's going through, and then getting even more grounded and turning into the King of Air, who is like solid. The King of Air is, you can see he's wearing a mask here. Now, it's not a mask because he's being deceptive. It's a mask because he knows when to reveal his truths, what needs to be said and when it needs to be said, right? He's not going to just tell everybody's secrets and blurt things out. He's going to be more calculating with his communication. Very, very strong. So do you see how every time you level up? So it's almost like... say, for example, if you were giving up smoking, right, you may start off really, really well, and then have a bit of a slip up. Maybe you go on a night out, you have a few drinks, and all your friends are smoking, and then, oh no, I was smoking again. Beat yourself up about it for a little while, but then you're like, right, okay, I'm going to keep on going. You have some success, you go for a bit of time, and then something really stressful happens, and you just have one, right? So it's like every time it happens, and you regret it, and you process it, it's almost like becoming stronger, because it's like, I know I slipped up, but I know why I slipped up, and I can avoid that situation in the future. Or like I slipped up, but I'm not going to use it as an excuse to give up. So every time it happens, you get stronger and stronger and stronger. And the more that time passes with this Temperance card and the Six of Water, there's a definite sense of time passing. The more that time passes, the more stronger you get, because you've done it, right? So learning the lessons along the way. I mean, this feels almost like this could be years, right? This could be months, years. This could be a lifetime of learning this lesson, of transforming the pain and the negativity and the hard things into the lessons that make you grow and become stronger. So amazing reading. And it ends with this Nine of Earth, this Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is one of the most self-sufficient cards in the whole of the tarot. Now, you may not feel this at the moment. Again, this is kind of like an ongoing process here. But you are developing the tools to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, to not be codependent, to not be needy and require validation or love or affection or, I don't know, help, support from others. This is like, I can do it on my own. I don't have to do it on my own. I can join up with somebody else. I can let people into my life. I can rely on others. I can give and take. But if I have to, I can do it on my own, and I know I can. So sometimes it can be setting up your own business. Sometimes it can be splitting from a relationship and standing on your own 2 feet. But she's wearing the mask just to show you. So look at the kind of blue colours and the mask, and then it's like wearing the mask of the King of Air. She's wearing the mask of the King of Air. So becoming the King of Air, even if it's for a moment, even if it's like something happens in your life and you step into the role of the King of Air and you think, oh my God, I felt so empowered in that moment. I felt so cool. I felt so wise. I felt so to the point and like just efficient. Like I had that King of Air moment. I know I can do that. I know I can play that role. I know I can be that person. So knowing that when those moments happen where you have to be, it's like almost like cruel to be kind. The King of Air knows how to be cruel to be kind. He knows how to rip the plaster off, right? He knows how to say it as it is. Maybe going back to Copycat, like, by the way, you've been uninvited. You can be you can be ruthless if you need to be ruthless, and it's not you, it's not who you are, it's not who you want to be, but it's a role that you can play when it's necessary because it's a tool in your tool belt now. So the ability to stand on your own 2 feet if you have to. Now, there is something here with counterpart energy. The Queen of Air and the King of Air are counterparts in the tarot. They are a pair of strategists. They're very, very good with communication. These two energies could possibly represent people in your life, especially if you're dealing with 2 air signs. It can be like a mother and a father. Normally they tend to be advisors or lawyers or something to do with contracts, or they may work in communication. They may be, I don't know, like me, I'm a Libra, I'm an air sign, I'm a Queen of Air would be my card in the tarot, and I do YouTube. I'm communicating via YouTube, so production things, something like that. So could be something like that going on here as well. Or it's intellectual equals. I think I do have a reading up somewhere on my channel. It's a recent reading, and it was called Intellectual Equals or something like that, and it had this Queen and King of Air. So this is like somebody who meets you or matches you. Now, you don't have to be an air sign, right? But it's somebody who is your counterpart in terms of opinions, intellectual capacity, somebody that you can have a really good conversation with, somebody who meets you eye to eye, somebody who's on the same page as you. And you know what, like, if you've got something to do, you can team up with this person and do it, and you're gonna work well together. So could be a soulmate, doesn't have to be. Interesting reading there. Right, so Page of Air. So again, this sense of learning how to intellectualize events in your life, learning to intellectualize things that you feel, things that go wrong, learning to not just feel it, but to understand it, to comprehend it. Why am I feeling that way? What made me react that way? Why is this so upsetting to me? How is this affecting my everyday life? Looking at your own patterns of behavior and finding the source of that, and by addressing the source, you can correct any behavior patterns you do currently, by looking back at those things, those causes in the past. You do get this quite a lot, where you do get this kind of almost like, so I'm thinking psychology. You do have this psychology thing that comes through in your reading quite often, I've noticed, where it's like, and I know I have a Pisces friend who's quite into psychology. He's telling me about Freud and the shadow side once in work. You know who you are. Yeah, you do seem to get this intellectualizing human behavior stuff quite a lot in your readings. So, right. So working on transforming pain into gain is the thing that's going on here with all those cards. I was going to put those back in, but they told such a story. So I don't feel like I need to clarify a huge amount, but what is I mean, patience, when we get into this kind of stuck energy, is forcing us to revisit these kind of things. You know, that when we get slowed down, is because there's some more work that we need to do. But then like I say, you keep leveling up, you keep getting into, it's like all the steps you're taking increase into like really good steps. So tell me more about the Nine of Earth then. No, actually, do you know what? Tell me about this King of Air, because it may be you and it may not be you. King of Cups. Okay, yeah. King of Air, King of Cups. Really nice. King of Air and King of Cups gives me Aquarian energy, because Aquarius, even though they have aqua in the name, they are actually an air sign, but they're a very, very compassionate air sign. They're a very humanitarian air sign. I always feel like all the signs, they have their like predominant energy, and then they have like the underlying energy. So for me at the moment, the Queen of Air is Libran energy, but I feel I'm getting a lot of Queen of Cups energy for Libra at the moment. It's like, because Libra's quite a compassionate sign, as you are, so it's like they have the main energy, and then this kind of like backbone energy. So for another example would be like Scorpio. Scorpio is coming through to me a lot as the King of Cups, but also the King of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm picking up, doesn't have to be Aquarius, you know, it can be a placement, it could be something going on with the planets, but the King of Air and the King of Cups, it does feel like cruel to be kind, right? Harsh to be kind, or, you know, somebody who's a bit of a diamond in the rough kind of thing. They present as being a bit rough, a bit sharp tongued, but it's like almost like these people, again, I'm Libra, so I understand this. It's like if you were out on a night out with a group of friends and somebody came out and their skirt was tucked in the knickers, or they had lipstick on the teeth, there's people who won't tell that person because they think, oh, I don't want to embarrass them. I don't want them to feel bad about it. I don't want to point it out. It'll embarrass me to point it out. But the Queen of Air or the King of Air will go, you've got lipstick on your teeth. Because it's like, well, I'd want someone to tell me if I had lipstick on my teeth, because I can go and wipe it off, I can go and correct it. Like, I'd want that information. They're all about information. They're like, tell me, I want the information. So it's like, yes, it might embarrass you in the moment, but you can go and do something about it. So they don't come from that emotional basis of, oh no, this person's going to be embarrassed. They're like, I know you're going to be embarrassed, but go and wipe it off. You see what I mean? It's a kindness sometimes to speak the truth. So who is the Queen of Air? If this isn't you, somebody who's very, very burdened and somebody who's very guarded. The Queen of Air is not, again, I got this with Libra. The Queen of Air is not, look at the moon on this card. The Queen of Air is keeping things to herself, which is interesting, because I would say that the King of Air is more likely to retain information. The Queen of Air, with all this compassion, all this love, all this peace and knowledge, is hiding the fact that she's under a lot of strain right now, a lot of stress, a lot of burdens, and guarded. She's stuck in the house as well here. Look, she's stuck indoors. And the water's pouring in. This fire in the home on this one, and then the water pouring in to like extinguish the fire. So patience here, fire and water, temperance. Feels like somebody's biding the time. With the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles can talk to me about holding. It's the holding card, so holding back, saving money so somebody can be more independent. Guarded, with patience following it. It's like, it feels like somebody is much more burdened than the saying, but they're being very patient here, biding the time, being quite guarded, possibly saving up money. Planning, perhaps. I'm not seeing planning, but I'm getting it intuitively. But the Queen of Air has a strategy. Queen of Air would not sit in place if she didn't have to. So she's got a plan. It's like saving. Feels like some kind of long-term strategy. Like, yes, she's burdened, but she can carry those burdens. She has the patience and the fortitude to carry those burdens because she knows she's got faith in the plan. So that could be relevant to some of you, it could be relevant to others, it could not be relevant at all. It's a general reading, so you may find parts of the reading are relevant to you where other parts might not be. So another way I'm reading this then, stuck in place, could be something with COVID, right? Stuck in place, biding her time, having a strong sense of nostalgia for the past. This can be the soulmate card as well, like past lives, soulmates, childhood friends, possibly wanting to move, wanting to transform a situation where she's feeling very, very burdened into something where she's more independent and free. Is there a connection between the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords? Could be somebody that you work with or work together well with. It doesn't have to be like actually career. It can just be, you know, when you two get together, you work well together. Eight of Swords, trapped. Yeah, all tied up, right? Where was that? All tied up, trapped. But she's peaceful. She knows she's trapped, but she's having a nap. What's that, like a love letter or like receiving communication? Because she's got a plan. It's like the King of Swords is going to bust her out of there, right? I've got loads of cards here, so just to kind of show you, I've not seen what they are yet. Feeling trapped, but biding your time. The High Priestess, what was I saying about that card? Some kind of spiritual knowing, some kind of higher awareness. Am I still recording? Yeah, I was worried that it cut out. Patience, secretive. The High Priestess is guarded, she's secretive, she knows things, but she doesn't always speak. So it's moving more like, it's like learning to be more like the King of Swords, where the King of Swords is like, it's almost like advising the Queen of Swords, don't speak. It's almost like a lawyer. It's like, plead the fifth, plead the fifth. The wheel is turning, waiting for the right time to move. Yeah, all tied up, patient, knowing it's burdened, but knowing it's not the right time. A huge amount of patience here. Scorpionic energy starting to come through. The Hermit. So that's doing something alone, doing some soul searching. Going on a bit of a journey of like self-discovery. Two of Swords, something that's blocked. A decision to make or some kind of stalemate. That moving on, Six of Swords, that's this card here. So them finding the movement because the right time comes, right? Moving forward mentally and emotionally. The Tower, bringing in a Tower moment. I feel like you could be causing the Tower moment because you decide to move. Or a Tower moment comes in to get you unstuck. That's like, it's the Tower moment is the dramatic moment, like the big reveal, the light bulb moment, the rug pulled out from underneath your feet, but it's a very sturdy tower. So it's like, yeah, the big reveal, Seven of Swords. So any deception, the secrets that have been hidden, this guardedness, secretive energy. Things are going to be revealed. Things are going to come out in the open. I feel like you're doing the big reveal. Whoever the Queen of Swords is like biding the time, knowing it's not the right time, being very, very burdened, being ready to move on and take action, feeling blocked from doing so because perhaps it's not the right time, having a lot of nostalgia. Then the wheel turns, the time is right, it's time to move, big reveal. And everybody goes, oh my God, Pisces, what? We did not expect that of you. And it's like, yeah, I've been learning from the King of Swords. Four of Wands. So definitely something to do with your foundations, your roots, your structure. Right, Pisces. Talk about a way to end the week, right? I'm just going to stop and restart because I'm just getting close to 40 minutes and I don't want it to cut out mid-sentence. So 1 second. All right, here we go. So Gentle Gardener, Aquarius had that on the bottom. What is the, I'm just going to make sure it's in the middle. Excuse me, listening there now on the bottom. What's the advice then for anyone resonating with this reading? Whoever this reading is for, what's the advice? Okay. Education, wishing well there on the bottom. Again, that Libra had wishing well. Education. So learning. Okay, 35, that's an 8. So again, this kind of like unbroken energy, this connection. Okay. And you're learning, you are learning. That's the whole thing that's been going on through that whole set of cards that first came out. Life is filled with lessons, be teachable. Wisdom comes from participating in life, not just reading about it. This card suggests that you might not have enough knowledge about what you seek, the direction to take, your circumstances, or the nature of your inquiry. Important information is coming. Now is the time to go to school, ask a person who might know more than you, or find a teacher or a course of study so that you can more clearly understand what the next right action must be. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends you an unfamiliar school, and you must learn by experience. Now is the time to be teachable, open to changing your preconceived notions. Be a student and be willing to state the most powerful mantra of all: I don't know yet. Okay, right? Whatever that is for you, Pisces. Let's get you a couple of songs to close out your reading. Just get this up and running. So I will always be your soldier. I'll be marching by your side. I'll be there for you. So who is that for you? Or are you that for somebody else? Baby, dry your eye, it says there. Right. For the people who are resonating with this reading at this point, what do they really, 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 really need to hear right now, please? Blood and Roses by the Smithereens. That's that. Blood and roses. Blood and roses. Right, Blood and Roses. Smithereens. Whatever that means to you, look up the lyrics, watch the video. However that resonates, that's something you need to hear right now for some reason. And the best advice, please, the best advice you can give the people who are watching this reading right now. For the people who are resonating with this reading, what's the advice you need to give them? Hello? I keep getting NERD. Don't worry about it, Pisces. Fucking don't worry about it. So, yeah, take it as it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. All the songs will be in the description box down below for you. You can look those up, look up the lyrics, see what they say to you. I love to hear your feedback. I love to hear your comments if things are resonating. It gives me a lot of confidence in what I'm doing. And so if you want to leave me a comment, please do so. If you want to come in as a stealth watcher and keep things to yourself, High Priestess, I totally understand that. You keep your secrets. If you leave me a like, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, all really, really helps out the channel, especially when you share the video with your friends. That helps me out too, but you don't have to do any of that if you don't want to. I appreciate it when you do. I think that's it. I think I'm leaving it there. Best of luck, Pisces. You are definitely on some sort of journey there. It looks like a big one. Looks like a life-changing soul journey of discovery. So you go, carry on with what you're doing. You're doing really, really well. Pisces, love you to pieces. Love you to smithereens. Do take care. And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, guys.